The combination of quick passenger processing, the terminal ambience and attractiveness, as well as effective landside transportation is essential to a good travel experience, and that's what operators and airlines should seek to provide. That's coming from our guests.
From the fascination point of view, you look at the new, specifically with Lagos, you look at the new car park where it's situated. It's actually in tangent and very close to the new terminal. There's supposed to be a walkway with an aerial walkway and an aerial walkway from that new terminal to the existing terminal, whereby at this point you find out you have to climb 2 stairs and at times the escalators does not work. Where at this point, this actually is an inconvenience. You have a passenger traveling with about 3 to 4, 6 bags. Don't forget, we travel a lot in Nigeria and we are heavy travelers. So when you're traveling about 3, 4 bags and the elevator is not working, someone has to load those bags up the stairs to either depart or bring them down. It's not rocket science. Things can be done and it can be facilitated to make sure the passenger gets value for the money. Not only the passenger, but as well as the airlines, so that it actually helps with on-time departure for the airlines as well. Because when the passengers are passed through the security processes and all the processes in good time, you actually have higher on-time departures. Obviously, it's improved from where we were, but we're not. When we look at it's easy, what are we comparing with? I like to always compare apples and apples rather than apples and oranges. And when we look at what we call the airport service quality surveys, we're finding out the surveys that are coming out as at now still does not give the Nigerian airport a very good reputation. The good thing, as from this year, 2018, we've seen that FAN, as the owner, operator, and manager of this airport, has engaged with ACI for the airport service quality survey. And from those surveys, we're able to actually have a very feel and touch on what the passengers experience. And that would actually give us a thorough knowledge and understanding of how we can improve these services and how the passengers feel. Okay. The airport operators and airlines, I always say it, and it's what trends in the normal airport management now, which is called aviation collaborative decision making. The airlines actually tells the airport what their schedule. You already know the load, and there's a trend analysis based on data. So to ensure that the passengers, for the days and the time they have to fly, the services they need are available. They work in collaboration with the operations department, with the security department, and all the other ancillary services within the airport ecosystem. So that once this is appropriately done, there's a seamless operations for the airline as well as the airport. So what needs to be done is just that collaboration. And with the collaboration, the airlines know that they're getting value for what is being paid. But obviously, there's no perfect system, like I always say. And as we know, within the airport system, it's very dynamic. Are we, at the airlines, and I keep on saying it's the stakeholders and the passengers. There are lots of challenges. People say when they travel out, it's not the same experience. They've just been coming from there, and they're just coming in from somewhere. They had a different, more pleasurable experience. But that's what we still have. The functionality, the ambience, the facilities, air conditioning, the toilets, the cleanliness, and just the ambience, the stores within the airport, the attractions are not there within our airports. These are all the things all put together which makes the airport experience very great and seamless, and ensures that facilitation is in tangent with best international practice. But we find out that it's so much of a struggle when you're going through. You have to go through the drop-off process. From the drop-off process, the lineup, even within the rainy season, you line up outside. There's no shed. You go through that, and there's no customer service experience. With that, all these challenges actually makes the passenger experience not too great. But what needs to be done is obviously ensure that the functionality of this airport are in line with best international practice.
This is the Kaduna International Airport, located about 22 kilometers northwest of the city and initially opened to traffic in 1982. Over a year ago, the airport was rehabilitated at a cost of 2 billion naira ahead of the closure of the Abuja airport and flights diverted to Kaduna. While facilities like the instrument landing systems, which enables aircraft to take off and land at night, and a modern terminal building stand, flights into this terminal remain at an all-time low, though domestic operator Air Peace just added itself to the list of airlines flying into Kaduna. Kaduna International Airport may not be hosting a high level of traffic, but it has remained a Hajj embarkation point, which digs up the issue of viable and non-viable airports.
Right now, of course, you know that the Hajj operations are on. So instead of someone from Gombe coming all the way to probably Jos to be able to fly to Mecca, he's been airlifted from his or her own airport within their own locality.
Here in Kaduna, the new protocol lounge and control tower building are not complete, despite earlier assurances from the Ministry of Aviation.
The terminal building, to my surprise, it's on the final stages of being completed. And I'm very convinced that within the next few weeks, before the due date, the terminal building will be ready.
Just recently, the airport joined the certification race with a visit from the Airport Excellence in Safety Program team.
This program aims initially to assist its members to improve their system and safety. So we are here with a team formed with a representative from airports worldwide to work hand in hand with our colleagues at Kaduna Airport to see whether there is any area of improvement to assist them to identify if there is gaps regarding the international requirement and recommendation and best practices, and to assist them to identify the best corrective action to implement. Like this, they will be able to improve the existing system.
Our expectations is that by the time we finish with the ACI team, Kaduna Airport will be the better for it. They're here to take us through the process of certification, which is expected to happen around September or October this year. And as Mr. Ibrahim earlier said, they're here to help us identify our gaps, and that at the end of our meeting with them, we'll be able to fill those gaps, and Kaduna Airport will be the better for it. What it means is that when Kaduna Airport is certified, it is safe for any aircraft to land in Kaduna International Airport, and they are to improve on our safety on the whole.
With the airport looking ahead to be certified, but already experiencing low activities, many wonder that with the investment deployed into its upgrade, the federal government should be all out to encourage more airlines to ply the terminal. When we return after the break, News Flash is up next. Do join us again.